Okay, several things happening today. Fantastic Four First Steps trailer came out a little while ago. There's some Star Wars stuff announced, so we'll go and look at some of these from Disney. And this is Fantastic Four. It's coming out in theaters July 25th, which is after Superman. And if you should you so maybe if you find yourself inclined to save your money or go to see Superman twice, I am not going to fault you. I'm not going to fault you. We'll see if it's worth switching that up, and instead of seeing Superman twice, seeing Fantastic Four. We'll see. Or is this thing going to be a mega hit, come in and undercut Superman and chop its legs off, and then it make no money? We're going to find out. Let's check a look at the trailer together, shall we? 3, 2, 1, go.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space.
So some kind of talk show, and
comeback forever changed.
They do the origin story through that talk show. Whoa!
Superman!
No!
Our city, our
MU. I like the period piece stuff. That's interesting.
Them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four.
Is this like a different version where there was no, Jim Crow and all these other horrible things from the past?
No.
Herbie.
Futurist. Herbie looks funny.
Okay.
We've seen that before.
Fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Pregnant.
Are you pregnant?
What?
Huh.
You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are
Oh.
gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We're gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do
Okay.
this. Nothing is going to change.
Everything's going to change.
Okay, here's the big world-ending event.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Female
Yes, we are.
Silver Surfer.
Planet is now marked for death.
Ah. That look weird.
Alex Mack.
Go after her. Oh, you can't breathe in
Man.
space.
Takes me back.
I stretch the bounds of space.
You can't flame on in space, can you?
No. It's the oxygen.
Oxygen.
Are we safe?
So it looks like they are the sole heroes in this particular universe.
There's not enough time.
He's a smart man.
I'm not giving up.
Got the baby crib. Galactus, the classic look. That looks all classic, really faithful,
Fight it together.
except for Silver Surfer. Though there are female versions of Silver Surfer in the comics. It's weird though.
Has to be us.
Fantastic Four toys. Yeah, I don't know about that. There's the Elastic Man effect.
We will protect you.
And then you don't. And I think this world dies, and then they join the MCU.
Think it does?
Where is this? Whoa! He's actually walking in the city. Okay, that's cool. He's not going to just be floating in space. He's going to be a giant kaiju. I don't know how they're going to do the battle because Galactus is so powerful.
Silver Lady Surfer.
And then, yes, those are the big takeaways. Silver Lady Surfer. What did you guys think of the trailer? Does it
It looks good. I
inspire
don't
you
hate
to
it.
go and see it?
Yeah, I'm not excited to go see it, but I'm very intrigued. This is a new take. I like the theme they're going for.
Together as a family, very family oriented.
I honestly think this is, just from the trailer, it's already looking better than the last ones we've seen.
Yeah.
Those movies were not very good.
Okay. I'm unsure about the CGI on Pedro's stretching, maybe, but Galactus being extremely accurate to
We
the
needed
comics
a Silver Lady
makes me
Surfer
very
to be
happy.
more chrome like the other one, though.
Like from the Capri Sun commercials
Well,
in the
Yeah.
90s.
He does look like the Capri Sun commercials. What'd you think, Alex?
I think it looks pretty good, but I'm not super worried about the CG in the trailers because it's, they always do that like right up to the last minute. I think the tone seems to
God.
be appropriate. Yeah, that looks not good.
Her lips.
I don't like Galactus as a character or as a force of nature at all. So hopefully it's not necessarily much of a fight. I'm just not interested in things that power. Like Franklin Richards is one of my least favorite things in all of comics. And it's just like I just don't like that power level. So hopefully we don't spend too much time there.
Can you tell us about Franklin Richards? This is the baby?
Yeah, it's their kid that can do everything
You can, like,
and
change
everything.
reality and
Yeah,
shit?
it's just like
Nah, I don't like that.
yeah. It's like we get to a certain power level, and it's just like I'm just not interested in your character anymore. And so like if they're doing what they did with Endgame, and they set up an impossible situation that they literally can't get out of other than like blinking into a different universe, I think this could be actually really cool, and it makes me more excited about the things in the Marvel coming up. But if they do something and they just like defeat him and it's not what we want, then
momentarily they just send him back.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'll give you 6 more months. It's like, what? No, I don't know. But I think it looks. I mean, for a Fantastic Four thing, like he was saying, this is the best one we've ever seen. But that's a low bar.
I'd say it is the most, faithful-looking one with a unique spin on it, and very comic book-like.
I like the
love
costumes
the
a lot.
period piece. Love the costumes. CGI definitely needs work. A lot of people questioning Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, but I don't know. I'm willing to give him a chance. There's a lot of people complaining about a lot of stuff. The female Silver Surfer, and
I figured that was gonna be one.
He's Hispanic instead of a white guy. Who gives a fuck? Jessica Alba. Do I need to remind you that nobody complained about Jessica Alba, and she's not?
Dude, but she's
Hispanic.
hot, Joe.
She's like hot, and she's got
She's
the little
hot, Joe.
DSL. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't make me. I'm excited to see it for Galactus. They royally fucked up when they did the space cloud monster stupid thing previously in Fantastic Four. I actually liked the battle between Johnny and the Silver Surfer, or sort of the interplay between these two. They're going to kind of repeat that again, only with the female Silver Surfer, but all she has to do is go to space and then his flames extinguish. I'm not really sure how he's breathing in space. But he's gonna lose his flames and then hopefully flame on right before he hits the ground. But the highlight for me, what's gonna pay for my ticket, is seeing the Kaiju Galactus
Destroying the city.
Yeah, and I'm curious how. I guess it's going to be Franklin Richards that is going to somehow get this Fantastic Four out of their current period piece and into Disney's MCU. That's the only power level that I can think of. It's not going to be Galactus doing it.
He could just develop a machine that he thinks is going to do one thing and instead does another, and it teleports him to a thing.
Good
He's like,
point.
yeah, I mean, they always do the thing where he's like, oh, I'm trying to develop something that's going to, shield the Earth, and instead it transports him somewhere, and things don't go right.
So they do have to play up how intelligent he is, because this is his basic superpower. Yes, he's got stretchiness, but that's kind of secondary to being the smartest man on Earth in this particular universe. So I think actually that might be a thing, or maybe two things combined: Franklin unconscious baby powers versus with his machine acting teleports them to a different dimension. But it's going to be really interesting because people are going to will they identify with Fantastic Four and say, "Oh, these guys are murderers. Their last dimension they abandoned and everybody died and Galactus won." I'm curious how they're going to handle that.
They got sucked up. It wasn't their fault, Joe.
It wasn't their fault. They're going to say it wasn't their fault, but heroes always overcome, Joe, and you're telling me that they're not overcoming. And they're not gonna,
Nope.
Well, and then if they do eventually get in, and since this is an alternate universe, you have the female Silver Surfer. Maybe in our universe, the current DCU, you have the male Silver Surfer, and Galactus will once again show up. If this does good, the sequel, I would imagine, would be the follow-up, or would that be too boring, right? Because you had Galactus in the first film, and then you do a sequel, and it's Galactus again.
Yeah, you gotta switch it up.
It sucks because I would love to see Galactus in the current MCU. What do you think? No?
I don't want to see him in the current MCU.
Yeah,
But, I mean,
you're thinking
could
he's
be
at power level that is just not interesting.
It's hard for me. Yeah, I mean, it absolutely can be done. There's some super talented writers. I just like for the most part when we see it, it's just something I'm not interested in. Now, do you think there's going to be Robert Downey Jr. cameo? Because I almost guarantee that there's going to be one, right?
At the very end.
Oh,
or do you think
no? That's a great idea. Maybe Robert Downey Jr. is from this universe,
Could be.
and he tags along and hitches.
Do you think they're
a
just
ride.
hiding it the entire time, and he's actually in this movie, like a little bit?
No way.
That
No?
might be cool.
No,
I do think that they're gonna go for some sort of banger cameo, so that fits right in with that. Because I would imagine that there would be an after credit scene, as all MCU films have. So that's just so cool. Dang it!
Did you like the Superman scene?
Admit it. Fuck off.
The one where the bug, the classic Superman thing, where the thing steals his thunder, because that's straight up ripped from the.
And
the
also
comic
the huge
chain,
carrying the huge
but that movie
chain.
sucked.
That's Man of Steel. What movie sucks?
Isn't that the one where he's dragging the island or something?
Brandon
Returns?
Ruth's version?
Yeah.
No, I think he
He's
does that
spying on
in
Lois
Henry
and-
Cavill does it as well.
Well,
at
then there's
some
also
point.
the Superman that ties up an entire galaxy with some chains and moves the solar system for some reason. Like that's
so
an old
here's the
comic.
classic.
That's
Yeah,
the one right there.
That's the Superman shot. How dare you?
Green buggy too. Could have changed the color.
How goddamn dare you?
Could have changed the color.
So if Superman comes out the 11th, and then this one comes out the 25th,
and then Jurassic
that
Park,
gives 2 weeks.
and then
I think
the
Jurassic Park
Smurfs.
is before is the
Yeah.
problem.
What about
That's
Smurfs?
where all the
Smurfs.
money's gonna get sucked up. Then Superman comes out, and
Smurfs.
then Fantastic Four cuts the legs out from Superman, and then the Smurfs shivs Superman in the back and jumps on his back like a little goblin, and Superman's like, "Get off me!"
July is gonna be fucking packed for movie
And this
goers.
sucks because the more I see this, if Jurassic Park makes $1 billion,
Which it will make a lot of money.
and if
The Smurfs
if
gonna make-
Fantastic Four looks good, I think my prediction of $650 million is probably going to drop to $600 million.
Well, no China
Smurfs
sales
is
now
gonna
too.
make some good money too, though.
There's
I
another
think.
thing. So they were also wrapping up
With the
the
kids.
the copyright dispute, but now China and fucking idiot in chief is doing a trade war and just increasing it. Well, what are we at? Like 100, 200%?
It's 245,
And
I
China's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that actually is nothing. It's meaningless now. It's so high that it's meaningless. We're not even going to bother. And they're considering not allowing American movies to come over. But how effective do you think Superman would be in China? I think he's already damaged the relationship, even if they're like, okay, we're sorry, no more tariffs. They're like, okay, put Superman in the theaters. People's, Superman represents very much American, American stuff. And they're like,
The Boy-
fuck these
American
guys.
Boy
I'm not
Scout.
gonna fucking go.
It was
So
a
you've
lot.
already,
It was
I
like
think
10% before.
I think it actually hurts the box office. Maybe even hurts Canada's box office. We'll have to see if that's even a thing. But guys, I'm talking about Superman and the Fantastic Four. First Steps official trailer. They're excited about this, and you know what? I'm excited too, and I think it's mainly because of this style, this Fantastic Vision, presented in Fantastic Vision, which I think that retro, futuristic look is helping to keep the formula fresh, because right now the MCU formula, it's stale. I'm tired of it. Only Deadpool and Wolverine, which was, oh my God, a fan. That was giving what the fans want. That was fan favorites. Right, exactly. And it was kind of its own little thing, then kind of joining into the MCU.
Yeah, because I've come around to this. Because at first I heard it, I was like, I don't want it. This is gonna suck.
You've been heard before.
I'm not sure
it
about
sucks
Johnny.
so bad.
I'm
Joseph
not
Quinn?
Yeah, I don't know anything about Joseph Quinn. Do you?
He's an incredible actor, and he also
Warfare, and then he was also in the Gladiator.
He was
Man.
the guy in Stranger Things. Like he's been in a ton of stuff, and so he also said that he didn't want to play him as like a misogynist womanizer, and he's like, look, he's going to be a firecracker guy, like
But that's not who Johnny is. He's always been that way. But okay.
I think he was in the
That's Chris
movies.
Evans'
but yeah, like,
take.
yeah, he's like they're doing something a little different. Like so.
He's a little cocky, and yeah. I guess
Oh,
they're
cocky
gonna-
for sure. I think he's gonna get, but I think he's gonna get rid of some of the other stuff. I mean, we'll see.
Positive or negative. Yeah. Okay. They're the Ted Gilbert show, so that's kind of how they introduce them without having to do the individual backstory and do the whole origin. It will be in this televised thing. This clearly starts the movie, and then we go from there. All right, guys. Well, that's it for Fantastic Four. It looks good, which kind of does not spell good things for Superman. I'm very, very fucking nervous. So tell me what you think. What
Nothing
do you
you
think
can do, man.
Fantastic Four-
We're just
How
gonna go
much do you
check it
think-
out.
How much do you think Fantastic Four will make? Let me ask you this: did we do the over and under? Which one's gonna make more? Is it Fantastic Four is gonna make more than Superman, or is Superman gonna make more than Fantastic Four?
Superman's probably gonna be the third highest grossing thing in that month.
Next to Smurfs? You're telling me the only one that Superman can beat is the Smurfs? Fuck!